Hello victims and welcome to Survivor's Guild. Today we are looking at 2015's Dark Moon Rising.
Dark Moon Rising.
Presented by Uncorked Entertainment, which, side note, special thanks to Keith Leopard from Uncorked Entertainment for giving me permission to use clips in this video, and I'm sorry. Starring Anastasia Antonia, Eric Roberts, Koo, and Cameron White, Dark Moon Rising is the story of a werewolf. Well, it's about a group. It's a movie and it's got werewolves. We open up to a lady running from digital things before falling on her ass. Then she finds that those digital things are actually shape-shifting humans with stupid hair and stupid powers. Hey look, that lady's power was to change her shirt. That lady uses her plant powers to hurt that lady before using her regular powers to bite her neck. Sin is the leader, he's also the writer and director of this mess, and he is just waiting for a moment of clarity between the hunter and the prey. And he brought Wolfsbane with him. Vasha pleads with him to spare her family, but he's confused about who her family is.
But we are your family now, and I assure you, no harm will come to us.
And Kaio lets Vasha know that her death will light the fire, and gives us the first kill of the movie. And the credits haven't even rolled yet. Oh, there they are. And after a very long opening credit scene, seriously, that is going 10 times faster than it actually is, and it still takes 9 seconds. So after those long opening credits, we are thrown into some sort of cardboard cutout party, and this is where we meet Chase, an emo that would look more at home in a My Chemical Romance music video than in this movie. Unfortunately, Mark speaks and breaks Scene Kid's concentration. Did I say concentration? I meant creepily looking at that lady. Apparently, Mark's social life is fully dependent on Chase going into the party and chasing tail. And when Chase decides to leave, we are then introduced to Hole in Neck Lady, who we barely get to know before she drops dead, only to get dragged away by a mangy moonwalking mutt, giving us, confusingly, our second kill of the movie. And then we get to sit in on a lycanthropy college course. But we aren't getting credit for this class.
What do these last words mean?
Shut up.
Maybe it felt that in order to survive, it must sacrifice itself to live.
Shut up.
But it's stronger than the prey.
Shut up! You're throwing off my stats! And then we get Donnie Darko adding to the unnecessary group conversation.
I think it's a metaphor. If you know anything about lycanthropy, then you know that being able to transform into a wolf doesn't automatically induce the terminology werewolf. I think in many ways the lycan is the prey.
Very good. Good, Chase.
After My Chemical Romance offers his insights on lycanthropy, we get our first hint of a character's thoughts.
What an interesting young man here. In the over 2,000-year history of this story, no one has ever gotten the metaphor correct.
Nailed it. That wasn't strange at all. Cut to a couple parking in the middle of nowhere when the girl says that she thinks she heard something, but James doesn't take her seriously and starts taunting whatever she heard. James then gets attacked by a wild cameraman making dog noises.
Hey. No.
Much to our surprise, it actually turns out that it was just a dude with a camera named Chaz who just wants to make Lisa and James internet famous. Luckily, the wolf stops this act before it gets too awkward and tears Chaz out of the movie, as well as Lisa, but lets James live apparently. But we still got our third and fourth kill out of this scene, so there's that. And then there's a really abrupt edit. You know what? Nailed it. We are then introduced to Amy, who also projects her thoughts.
Yes? We have literature together. I sit 3 rows down from you.
I sit 3 rows down from you? Stalk much, Amy? Way to come off like a weirdo.
Good lord, there is so much to cover here. 1. Steps are not a great place to work on your poetry. 2. Amy is a creeper. 3. This really comes off to me like English is not this film's first language. And 4. That human is not this film's first race. because these characters are a whole lot closer to what it would be like if aliens posed as humans after watching only early 2000s music videos and some reality TV, rather than actual characters in a movie. So anyway, Amy invites Panic at the Disco to an underground rave, but with way more words, and then shows us why she should be locked up.
Oh, thanks. I might check that out. Sorry, did you say something?
No, just see you tonight.
Strange.
Afterwards, Chase heads to that bridge from Beetlejuice and asks himself profound questions.
I wonder what happened in the woods that night. What could do that to human flesh?
Take me higher than I'm okay with.
And yes, that song's lyric was, "Take me higher than I am okay with." Chase then gets distracted by a homeless lady, that one from the party oh so many scenes ago, washing her clothes in the stream, who sneaks up behind him and puts him in an armbar?
You're not like them.
And then she's gone. Cut to that underground rave where thankfully no one is talking, or moving for that matter. Some rave. Mark starts calling out for Chase, cause his social life depends on him. But good Charlotte has already left to track down that homeless girl, who is also thinking out loud.
He doesn't seem to get it. He's gonna get himself killed.
Hey, wait a second. Why'd you pull me away from my friends?
You have no idea when to be quiet, do you?
No one in this movie does. If they aren't trying desperately to turn these lines into something coherent, they are thinking in such a way that we, the audience, can hear, and it's flippin' weird. Ain't no one in this movie knows how to be quiet.
What's your name? As in, who the hell are you?
That line is diarrhea from your mouth, as in, it's total crap.
I'm Chase.
Seriously? I'm the Dawn.
What, do you mean just Dawn? Because the Dawn seems a bit strange.
Okay, so call me what you want then, since Chase is so much better.
No, I was just saying maybe I didn't hear you correctly.
Look, Dawn's the only name I can hear in my head, okay?
Chase, meet Dawn. Dawn, Chase. Clearly she says a Dawn or the Dawn, or some bullshark I don't know and don't really care about at this point. And because what just happened is so unclear, the characters explain it. She pulled him out of the party to walk her home, but then she disappears.
Seriously, I need to learn how to turn my head faster.
We jump over to the shapeshifter pocket monsters, who flat out tell these jackasses what their plans are.
Hell. Gecko, let's not play with our food.
Gecko does his best Christian Bale Batman voice.
Sin is a man of few words.
And Kyle and Gecko have some sort of rivalry going on. And then they turn this party into a murder party. Lady Waldo gets killed. Can I count this guy? That lady. This person flies away with someone's guts. And that big guy right there. After that bull shark, we cut back to Blink-182, who is thinking out loud the lyrics to his new song.
Was I dreaming of you? You can't be real.
After some very brief but very confusing dialogue, Green Day finds himself lost in the woods before he starts transporting all over the place.
Chase.
Before he wakes up in his lycanthropy course.
What the hell?
Dude, shut up! Fall Out Boy now has anatomy vision and decides to go to the bathroom to have his bad trip in peace. Dance, this blonde lady, comes to his rescue.
We don't have much time for this. You need to come with me before it's too late.
No, I'm done following strange people.
I highly doubt that.
Okay, why are you real?
That's not a question that flows from a properly working brain. Taking Back Sunday follows Dance. Goodness, this movie is just pretentious. Back to wherever the hell she came from and meets her dad, Henrik.
Don't you move or I'll end you. It's one of yours, I assume. How you doing, boy? Got to stop bringing home these arty guys. They're nothing but trouble.
Well, a man's quarrel stems from his inability to recognize his own. shortcomings.
Okay, well, when the measuring contest is over, the grown-ups are gonna be in the house.
This movie makes me so sad that it exists. Henrik offers him a drink, and it's actually kind of funny.
A drink for the lady? In case you're wondering, Nightmare Before Christmas, I was referring to you.
This dude is doing his best Matthew McConaughey impression before having a veteran moment.
Oh, come on, I was just teasing. What the hell happened to all the fun in the world, huh?
The Vietnam War.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days? Chang Ching Chong Me! The American War. Yeah. Boom! Thing is silent. Not a one of you will see it till it's too late. It all becomes the same. All I really remember about it is red eyes. Red eyes right through me laser like I mean, pow! Red eyes, man, right at me. Yeah, boy.
His flashbacks need more budget. I'm counting that dude. Great flashback, but did it change anything?
Changed everything.
Oh, okay.
I see I have two options. One, I stay and you pull me into this fantasy world that doesn't exist. Or two, and by far the surest of my two options, is I walk out that door and continue to live a life of clear and precise rules.
Or you can shut up and listen.
The old red pill, blue pill decision, except it sucks. Gramps flashes Jared Leto some skin in an attempt to sway him to take the red pill.
Follow me or go home. Either way, we need to prepare.
Sorry, lady, he's done following strange people. Never mind. But he's going to wish that he would have stuck with that. Ew, Wolfman's got nards. In the blink of an eye, a dude who just needs a shave becomes a full-blown wolf. Gramps and Dance egg Dashboard Confessional to kill the dog because they are bad influence. But when he's too much of a wuss to do it, Dance does it herself. Cut to police investigating the Camp Out massacre and making inappropriate jokes.
This is the last camp they're gonna attend.
But at least Gecko thinks it's funny. And then Gecko, thankfully, goes on a killing spree. 10 confirmed, though weak kills. So apparently nighttime was just a sham put on by KO, and all of these cops thought that it was 3 a.m. rather than 3 p.m. This doesn't make a lick of sense to me. We then get more nonsense from 3 Days Grace and A. Dawn. He was sleeping and then she wakes him up with this bullshark exchange.
What is your problem?
I could ask you the same.
I'm convinced you don't have a brain. You don't fully understand if you're not careful. Or in your case, not stupid.
I don't think you fully understand that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Could he really be telling the truth?
Dude, this movie has its head so far up its own butt it can smell its own breath. This script is parody but played for serious. I seriously don't understand how this happens. Anyway, they decide to go out for fresh air and grab a bite to eat, where Dawn threatens a family as a funny joke for breaking Benjamin.
What are you looking at? Dude, I'm totally kidding.
After scaring that mother and child, she decides she wants to show all-time low something really crazy.
What did you do?
Shut up and buckle your seatbelt.
But why?
Just give it a minute.
But why?
Is this movie so crappy? And apparently, that something really crazy was just her spooking some CGI deer. The most easily spooked of all deer. Wow, she really has a knack for scaring things. First that family and now these deer. And then she spooks Pierce the Veil by taking him to a different planet or astral plane or a different dimension. Cut to another underground rave. So it appears that the Fab Four have caught Creeper Girl Amy, and that this rave must have been happening for days. Yep, that's a rave for sure. Batman, I mean Gecko, After getting kneed in the gecko by Amy, explains that he just wants to have a good time, which is bad news for these exhausted junkies who have been dancing for days on end. Sin then casts a spell? Hey Extra, look crazy. Nailed it. So this rave turns into a bloodbath, which makes this a real pain in the neck for me, but it's well worth it because if this movie's going to be such a torturous watch, at least it better deliver on our percentages. The short clip we see at the end shows that not a single rave goer survived, which is really strange to me because there must have been one person at the end who, I guess, apparently killed himself.
Tell everyone you know how much fun you had here today.
And by this count, there's 13, which is a pretty small rave, but whatever. Cut to Hawthorne Heights and A. Dawn. Wait, what the hell is he wearing? Why does he have so much stuff dangling from his body? What is going on? Henrik, after some verbal harassment, decides to help them out.
So you can either shoot me now, or I'll be seeing you very soon.
Well, I can tell you what I know.
I have a sneaking suspicion that Henrik will become the exposition angel of this movie.
Wow. That was far out. And each member of this rogue wolf pack is a master of their own abilities. So no matter what you learn here today, no matter how much...
Oh, lesson over.
Without warning, we are transported to Henrik's CGI house, and as it turns out, Henrik has been working for the Fab Four, doing something that's not exactly clear, and he needs to be reined in. So Kao uses her magic powers to intimidate him and read his mind. After finding out about Dawn and the Used, hey, I'm running out of bands here, they put an end to our exposition angel. Cut back to Dawn and Senses Fail hanging out in the astral plane where they can spout more nonsensical garbage that is so poorly written and convoluted that it sticks its landing as poorly as Samantha Serio. If you don't know who that is, she's the gymnast who broke both of her legs after doing some awesome flips. Google it. Anyway, sparing you from the stupid garbage that they talk about in their dream realm for nearly 5 minutes, we then get a severely out-of-place musical montage that is so jarring that I just want to die. And it wraps up with Mark and Underoath at the fair. So that's fun, except it's not, because Mark won't stop talking and Jimmy Eat World won't stop moping. Mark, the great and obnoxious, gets distracted from his inspiring speech by a ride that he's going to conquer. But the mind twister gets the best of him in a scene that's supposed to be funny but falls flat. The Fab Four show up to bring this fair to a close. For fun, I'm counting this lady in our percentages.
Like the new look.
Wait a second, who the hell are you?
You've gone mad. Sin would never give you power.
A. Dawn takes Story of the Year into the House of Mirrors, which looks to be a terrible place to hide since they can see them. And then things get confusing. Gecko hits the red jumpsuit apparatus so hard that he flies into a completely different set where a weird walking firewolf threatens to kill him and dance. Hey, wait a second, why is that wolf walking like it crapped its pants? Turns out that the weird walking firewolf is Kaio, and because what she says doesn't make a ton of sense, it's written on the screen too. Mark wakes up tied to a water heater, and Dawn is on the floor in front of him.
Dawn, I think they left your hands untied.
Really? What gave it away? Dawn starts to turn evil or something. It's hard to call her evil when she was going to kill Mark, but luckily, from first to last, knows exactly what random warehouse in the middle of nowhere that they were going to be at, and throws a couple random balls, which renders her unable to carry out the task. What these balls are and where they came from is a complete mystery because it's not covered anywhere else in the movie. Wolf Guy Batman voice shows up. Sorry, I meant Gecko of the Titans, Celestial. Thanks, movie, for that correction. Gecko, as with everyone in this movie, thinks out loud.
I've never seen someone recover so fast from the Wolfsbane spell. This may be a challenge after all.
And then he transforms into a Pokemon. Dawn uses her quick attack, but darn, it's ineffective. Gecko, setting his sights on Emery, uses his wood pallet attack to stun his foe and then uses his wood plank attack to wear down his HP. Gecko then uses his poison gas attack.
Are you ready?
but Chiodos is unaffected and uses his Mega Punch and throw moves to weaken Foe Gecko, before finally using Hyper Punch to land a critical hit. Weakened but not finished, Gecko uses his Venom Strike.
Venom Strike.
And then gives us full explanation of what is happening to scary kids scaring kids.
What you feel now, coursing through your veins, is more potent than any venom found in your King Cobra snake. I'm surprised you're still breathing, but I suspect that in a matter of minutes, you'll lose all sensation in your body as your organs begin to shut down. No one's ever survived my Venom Strike. And the reason no one's ever survived my Venom Strike is because the venom is directly linked to my heartbeat.
And like all superficial villains, he explains the exact mechanism that can stop this attack.
The only way to live is to kill me.
But like with everything in this movie, a very simple concept is given several minutes of explanation.
And that is why this attack is foolproof and will never fail.
Well, that doesn't sound foolproof. Gecko lets Atreyu know that the venom coursing through his veins is also coursing, somehow, through Dawn's veins also. But apparently poison type is not very effective against Dawn.
That's not possible. I can't see your weak points.
Are you having fun yet?
No, I'm not. This movie is not fun, it's exhausting. Dawn then uses her Throat Explode move. It's super effective. Foe Gecko has fainted. Kaio then reveals that apparently Gecko dying was part of the plan.
Gecko served his purpose. I can hear what you're thinking.
No crap, that's been 25% of the dialogue in this movie, just people's thoughts. Kaio then leaves, but lets Dance live. Dawn checks on Armor for Sleep, who's unfortunately still alive, and then the movie ends like this. So far, I don't see any indication that there will be a sequel, and I'm very thankful for that. So now, to find out, what are your chances of suffering survivor's guilt? This is where we look at the main characters and the death that surrounds them to determine what your chances are of surviving this movie. Starting with Vasha as our first death of the movie, followed soon after by the Hole in Neck Lady as our second, and then our third and fourth being Lisa and Chaz. And then we add 5 more to the pile when the Fab Four kill all those campers. And then we have that one dead guy from the Nam flashback, and then the one dead Nardi Wolfman. Plus those 10 dead cops that Gecko kills, accounting for kills 5 through 21. Then we add all those rave goers, adding 13 more bodies to the pile, putting us at 34 kills. And then, the cherries on the top, Henrik, that random lady at the fair, and Gecko, giving us a total of 37 bodies. Now to count up the survivors. And just as a reminder, if they could have been played by a cardboard cutout, I don't count them unless they die. For starters, we have the surviving members of the Fab Four. We'll now call them the Threatening Three: Sin, Kaio, and Fane, who we didn't see much of. Then we have Mark, Chase, and Dawn. We have the Lycanthropy Professor, Dance, and Amy, as well as James. We also have to add those students in his class that I'm tempted to not add because we only technically ever heard their thoughts, but I'll count them anyway. Students 1, 2, and 3, giving us a total of 13 surviving characters, which means that we have a total of 50 and only 13 survive, giving you a 26% chance of survival. Given those odds against you, how would you die in this movie? Let me know in the comments. I'll tell you, I'd like to die by Gecko's Venom Strike because it sounds so stupid. And you know the drill. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. And if you enjoy these videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and check out some of the other videos on my channel. And it would be super cool if you guys wanted to share this stuff so that more people could see it. And as always, thanks guys.
Just one big brew of white lightning. Sometimes you gotta spit it out because it's too hot, if you know what I'm saying.